Hey Astros! Did you get a chance to read Teacher Gigi's book this week called Los Tres Osos? If you did, you might really enjoy this book, which is a different version of the same story. This one is called The Three Snow Bears, and it's by Jan Brett. There it is, Jan Brett. Let's read. If you want to take a closer look at some of the amazing pictures in this story, go ahead and pause in between the pages and check them out. They are beautifully illustrated. Come back, Aluki shouted as her huskies floated out to sea. Oh no. She knew that although an ice floe is a good place to fish, it's a bad place to lose a dog team. Not far away, a snow bear family had just started to eat their breakfast, but it was way too hot for Baby Bear. Owie! Yowled Baby Bear. My breakfast burned my mouth. We'll go for a wolf stroll and we'll let the soup cool, Mama Bear said. Aluki was running along looking for her dogs when she came upon the biggest igloo she had ever seen. Who lives here? She wondered. Astros, look at the picture clues. What do you think an igloo is? What do you think that type of home is made out of? Aluki ducked inside. Right away, she smelled something delicious. Across the room, she saw a big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a small bowl. Surely the good smell was coming from the three bowls. Do you remember what the bears left in their bowls? Aluki took a sip from the biggest bowl. Ah! She cried. Too hot! She took a sip from the medium bowl. Ugh! Too cold! She tipped up the littlest bowl and drank every drop. She said, not too hot and not too cold. In the next room, Aluki spotted 3 pairs of beautiful boots standing in a row. She put on the biggest boot. Oof, too big, she said. She put on the middle-sized boot. Ooh, too fancy, she said. She put on the littlest pair. Just right, she said, as she wiggled her toes inside the soft fur lining. Why do you think the polar bears need boots that are lined with warm fur? Aluki walked into the last room and found a long sleeping bench piled high with fur covers. Heat from an oil lamp warmed her cheeks, made her sleepy. Time for a nap, she thought. She crawled under the highest mound of covers. Too lumpy, she grumbled. She tried the middle bed with a furry fringe cover, but she sank down so far that she could hardly breathe. Oh, too soft, she said. She rolled over onto the smallest sleeping space. The furry blanket was cozy and warm, and the pillow was just her size. Just right, Aluki murmured as she was asleep before she could take her boots off. If Aluki hadn't fallen asleep, she might have heard her dogs barking happily. Yip, 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 yip. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear had spotted them adrift in the strong current and gone out to save them. The Snow Bear family was pushing Aluki's dog team back towards their igloo and safety. Papa Bear crawled into the igloo and saw his big bowl of soup sitting in a pool of spilled soup. Someone's been tasting my soup, he roared. Mama Bear rushed in and saw that her soup had been sloshed around too. Someone has been sipping my soup, she growled. Someone found my soup, sputtered Baby Bear in her high, squeaky voice. And they ate it all up. Papa Bear ran into the next room and saw his boots in the middle of the floor. Someone's been trying on my boots, he boomed in his big bear voice. Mama Bear put on her fancy boots. Someone has had these boots on, she huffed, and the fur is all bunched up. Baby Bear saw that her boots had disappeared. Someone has taken my boots and left behind these not as good ones, she wailed. The bears ran into their bedroom. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, Papa Bear bellowed. Someone's been sleeping in my bed too, Mama Bear cried. Baby Bear peeked at her little bed and squeaked. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and there she is! Aloki opened her eyes and saw 3 bear noses, only inches away from her face. How do you think Aloki felt waking up and seeing big old bears right next to her face? I think I'd be really, really confused and scared. She hopped out of bed and dove between Papa Bear's huge, furry legs. Quicker than a seal, Aloki ran from room to room until she burst outside. Her huskies bounced around, barking and smiling their doggy grins. Aloki and her dogs flew over the frozen ice, dodging ridges and cracks. She looked back to wave a thank you to the snow bears. She couldn't see them, but she heard a big, gruff voice, a middle-sized voice, and a high, squeaky voice calling to her. Bye-bye! 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 The end. If you haven't listened to Teacher Gigi's telling of the same story in a different kind of way, I encourage you to do so. I also think this is the perfect story to go with our shoe sorting video. So if you haven't done that one yet, go check it out and see if you can help Teacher Angie put shoes in order from smallest to medium to biggest. Have fun this week learning about measurement. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.